Hello everyone, so today we are going to implement this fire arrow rain particle system with Niagara. So this is the preview. Right, so here is the this is the same arrow rain system we implemented last time. The only change I have done is have replaced this spawn burst instantaneous. I have disabled it and add this spawn right, so we will continuously get arrows like this. So it is easier for me to test and it looks cool. So yeah, fire arrows. So to make fire arrows, first let's darken this a bit. Actually, do we have a post process volume? Yeah, let's set to -1. Okay, this is dark enough. Okay, first we need a flaming head. So here let's add a sprite renderer component. Let me stop this so we can see the head. Oh, this should have the default sprite material and initial color. Let's try something yellowish. Okay, it's visible a little, not enough. Sprite non-uniform 3 to 15. Let's align this to the velocity, right? Okay, the flaming head is visible, but when it hit the ground it is straight because it is aligned to the velocity, and when the arrow stops there is no velocity, so it just keep upright. So what can we do? Let's add this scale color by speed, and this doesn't affect our mesh because mesh material does not use the particle color, so this will be only applied to this sprite, the flaming head. So RGB scale, let's see how this looks now. So it should disappear when it hit the ground. Yeah, that happens. But I feel like it should be a bit more bright. Let me increase this. Oh, right now it's much visible. Right, so what else we need? We need something like amber that is emitting from the flaming part that follows the arrow like a trail. But a trail may not be needed because we can already see some amber like effect because of these flaming heads from the distance. So only when they hit the ground we might need some fire effect going out of the head. So let's the emitter, which one? Fountain. Let's name this. Fountain. Sprite or default material sprite is applied. Spawn rate, I'll disable this. We only need to emit particles from this emitter when it hit the ground. So we need to get a collision event. For that we need to generate a collision event. So let's generate a collision event here. Velocity threshold. When set, the event generator will stop sending events when the particle velocity is below this threshold. Maybe we should reduce this, because when it hit the ground the velocity is reduced. Compilation failed. Before the particle ID parameter can be used, the require persistent IDs option has to be activated in the emitter properties. Here. Okay. Alright, error is gone. Right, we did generate the collision event. Now here, let's add, oh wait, here, event handler, collision event, execution mode to spawn particle. What's the spawn number? Let's try, oh, this one, spawn number. Let's try 1, and we need to add another receive collision event. So I don't think we have to apply any of these. Only the position need to be applied. So let's set other things to output. Ribbon ID should be fine because I don't have a ribbon. Alright, shall we test? Oh, we already get the particles spawned on the hit. So now let's try to make it look like fire. First of all, let's set the color to fire ray color. Well, actually just setting a single color may not work, because for a fire we need to have a variable color to make it look like a fire. So let's add a color node here, module here, and turn this to a curve. Initially white should be fine. Let's have some brightness. Right, and then some yellow. Also it should be bright, and it is already bright. Here it's 20. And then some red. We don't need it. Okay, let's see. Right, starts to look like a fire. The color is fine, but now let's tweak the other properties. So first For fall, we don't need a gravity because these are fire flames, so they don't fall down, they don't have a weight. Velocity, let's reduce, maybe very slow, like 3 to 5. Cone angle also low, maybe 5. And scale, it should become larger as it move up. Sprite size, random uniform, no, let's have non-uniform, like 1, 3, no, maybe that's too small, 5, 15, right. Speed is not enough. Oh, we have drag also. Right. They should orient towards the movement. So alignment, velocity. And scale up as they go up. For that, scale color, we don't need this. Sprite size by speed. No, just scale sprite size and let's see. Right, let's increase the speed. We definitely need higher speed. Right, this seems okay or not. Right, somewhat looks good enough. Scale, let's reduce this to like 4, and let's have some curl noise, curl 50. That's not good. 20. Yeah, I think that's better. Also, instead of it becoming red at the end, if it becomes black, it would be better. So for that, we have to modify this material. So this is additive, so we can't really have black here. So let's make a copy of this into our local materials folder. Select copy. Right, and here we have this. So instead of additive, select translucent. And let's rename this to sprite. Instead of default, let's call this translucent sprite. Right, and let's use that material. So now let's see how it looks. Oh, we get really a red shade. here let's add black. Now it looks more like a fire, but it somewhat looks like a stylized fire. Let's reduce the scale a bit and the speed. $30, $50. So it becomes much smaller. Also, the brightness doesn't look that high. Why? I'm going to change this. It's not that bright. Why? Right. So I increased this cone angle to 10 and particle size change x square to 2 and y square to 20. And this look, I like it better. What else we need? Let's have some amber effect as well. So let me duplicate this with Ctrl D, rename amber, and sprite size, I don't think we need this. This needs to be uniform, so maybe 2. And color, a constant color, so yeah, this will do. And oh, this is not the one I need to disable, this is the one. I'll re-enable this scale color because it has to fade out. Okay, I do get the particles, but they don't have to necessarily go along with the flames, so they should have more randomness. So maybe 50 to 120. And cone angle could be higher. We don't need that many amber though. Also, there should be a red, more red. How do we reduce the number of particles? I'll reduce their lifetime. 0.9. And curl noise should be higher, I think. Further increase this cone angle 50. I don't have this desired effect with the amber now, still. Let's add another key and make it smooth, so we will see the amber particle for wider time span, and this about 90. Okay, so after a bit of tweaking, this is the final result, and I'm gonna stop this episode right here. So let me make the character run around. Right, so here is our final fire arrow particles. Alright.